What kind of a slam total might he have at the end of that year? Federer feels nervous as Nadal is now right on Roger's heels. We say happy Australia Day to Darren Cahill, courtside for his insight on this final. Darren?
Thank you very much, Chris. A perfect night here for tennis. About 80 degrees. They just opened up the roof. Actually quite humid in here tonight as well. Going to drop to about 65 degrees as this match goes along tonight. First little psychological blow thrown by Wawrinka as he came out. He actually took the chair directly opposite the Nadal camp. Now, most players like to sit with line of sight so they can see their camp. So Stan throws the first blow, but it's been great to watch his body language during this tournament. He was very, very uptight and frustrated before his match against Novak. A run of 26 losses in a row to Novak and Rafal. He gets through that match, he relaxes, but then he has Burdich in the next match in the semis. He's extremely tight and nervous, in his words. The most nervous he's been before any particular match. He takes out Burdich because of the expectation, takes him out. And today when we saw him very relaxed and excited about the final, said he's going to leave his heart and soul on the court. Hopefully it's not a I'm satisfied that I'm into the final feeling, but I don't think it will be. I think he'll put up a great performance. We went out and watched Rafa practice his normal nervous self like he is before every nervous in every match. He takes nothing for granted, no one for granted, and he certainly won't do that tonight.
Now, Darren, Nadal says he knows this is a match where his normal tennis will not be good enough. He will have to play his very best as he did against the compatriot of Wawrinka to get here. One final timeout, and then the Australian Open Championship match, Wawrinka and Nadal. 2 years ago on this court, Rafal Nadal was pushed as close to the limits, his significant limits, as he ever has been. 5 hours and 53 minutes in a losing effort to Novak Djokovic in the final. His first match on this court since then was his opening round against Thomas. So he's got lots of memories here. This he calls his least lucky Grand Slam, the one that he's won only once. For Wawrinka, of course, this has been the breakthrough Grand Slam. He gives so much credit to the Swede, Magnus Norman, the one-time #2 player in the world. As you see the entire Wawrinka box right there, Norman on the right. And he played in a Grand Slam final at Roland Garros in 2000, but Wawrinka gives him so much credit, Patrick, for pushing him each practice. He always wants more, he says, and it's worked the last 9 months.
Well, he was a real workhorse as a player. I mean, he got to #2 in the world with a lot of will, and used that will to become a great coach. And he worked with Soderling. Remember when Soderling beat Nadal, the only guy to ever beat him at the French.
He was also in the coaching box for the final the following year, in 2010, when Nadal did get Soderling. Uncle Tony, the familiar figure, he did get one warning during this tournament. It was against Nishikori in the 4th round for coaching, and Wawrinka in the past has been very suspicious that Tony is saying more than he should towards Rafa from that coaching box. The incredible uncle-nephew relationship. Rafa visited the observation deck at the highest building in the Southern Hemisphere the other day, and Tony is so scared of heights, wanted no part of going out there and getting a look out the window.
It's enough stress sitting in the box there for all these major finals.
He's taking Rafa to the heights, that's for sure. There's tension in those faces because they know that chances like this come around very rarely. I mean, Nadal a year ago didn't know if he'd have a chance to play tennis at Grand Slam final level. And here he is, after the incredible comeback from the knee injury, trying to seize this chance. Double career slam, equaling Pete Sampras, who will present the trophy tonight. Good moment a few minutes ago in the hallway. Sampras handing over his phone to have a picture taken with Rod Laver. Wow, here, of course, that's so the tennis world watching the first men's Grand Slam final of 2014, and the underdog, Wawrinka, will serve to begin it.
There's Pistol Pete. The first time he'd ever seen Nadal play in person was the semifinal against Federer, and he said he was blown away by his game. I'm sure he was thinking about how would I play against him. Yeah, he was.
Here we go.
Ready.
shot tonight.
He's beefed up that shot a lot. And I think because he's gotten quicker, he's gotten fitter, it's enabled him to move around the court and hit the forehand more often. Easy looking firepower first 2 points from Stam. Looks pretty relaxed.
Second serve.
Wawrinka one first serve into 5 points, but holds at 15. It's a good start for him.
And Nadal will look to employ that heavy forehand cross-court to Wawrinka's backhand wing. Stam a little more firepower off, actually a lot more firepower off that side than Federer. Doesn't have quite the variety, but that will be very interesting to see how that matchup unfolds. If Stam can consistently handle the heavy ball to his backhand side.
Keep an eye on the Nadal serve, which was brilliant against Federer. Didn't face any break points until he had a commanding 2-set-to-love lead and up a break in the third. Basically donated that service game to Federer with some sloppy mistakes. Since the blister has gotten better after rounds 3 and 4, the feel on the second serve has gotten better, and that's given him the freedom to go for more on the first serve.
The serving pattern against Federer, as it usually is, pretty much exclusively to the backhand wing. It'll be interesting to see if Nadal mixes it up a bit more tonight.
Rafal to serve.
2 straight serves to the Wawrinka forehand wing there.
40 love.
I asked Darren Cahill after this game to explain what it is about the Wawrinka grip, the way he waits in that return, that makes it tricky for him against Nadal's serve.
Left for serve.
Big time troubles on the return, Darren. Why is it so tricky for Stan? Why is variety an important weapon for Nadal's serve tonight?
Well, Chris, in tennis we call it a tweener grip. It's not a forehand grip and it's not a backhand. It's right in the middle, and what it allows him to do is to bunt the return back. Hit a slice return on the forehand and backhand without making a change to the grip. He has enormous changes between a forehand and backhand. So if you bang a big fast first serve in there, he doesn't have time to come over the return of serve, and that's why you see him bunt a lot of those returns in. On a second, he can back up and take a bigger swing.
Rafa gave him no looks at a second serve in that service game.
It's probably the biggest weakness in Wawrinka's game is the return off the first serve because of that.
We're talking about the Beckett quotation that 9 months ago Stan had tattooed on his left forearm there. Motto for his career and for his life. Basically about perseverance, resilience. He's a little tired about talking about it, that's for sure.
Now this is what Wawrinka is going to look to do as often as he can, is attack that first ball if Nadal drops it short.
Stan is often not a high percentage first server. He needs to go for a lot, but the rhythm is definitely not there in the early stages. He's trying to hold without the first serve as a weapon. It's that way on, and with the forehand on the line.
14-15.